Look down here and see the blade tip. There you go. Nice. Up a little bit. There you go. Through the stop.
Yeah, I can see the BTB tool works well. Unfortunately, it does require a little bit of training. And yeah, I would grab it, but I have to be a little bit more convinced that it is going to be a tool that's going to speed up the process as well.
If they hold the tool properly and they keep it against the glass, the learning curve diminishes to a point where in a couple of weeks, if a guy uses it every day, 2-3 weeks, he should be.
Like I say, already I'm using one hand on it, where before I was grasping it really hard because I didn't want it to get away, and I'm already using one hand just in this short period of time. So.
Which is good because that tells me you're gaining confidence that you know you can control it with one hand without a worry of damaging the vehicle. Yep. And then as you get close to the corner, then you can stand up and kind of watch outside. Okay. Okay, there, now you got it. There you go. That's it. There you go. Excellent. Excellent. That one went great.
Yeah, still having a little problems on the bottom, but you know that's just going to come with time. Got to get that feel for how to turn the knife. But normally I would have cut the tops and the sides with a cold knife. Probably could have been faster with a cold knife, but as you can see, I one hand was nothing, you know, there's no work, there's no damage to the vehicle, you're not going to wreck anything, so it was a lot easier there. You know, this is the 6th one I've done, and I'm really starting to get a feel for how that knife, putting it down, sliding it across, I'm starting to get the feel for that, right?
Windshields that generally cut out really easy with a cold knife are cutting out even easier with this tool. Generally, windshields that are a little bit tougher cutting out with a cold knife, they're still tougher to cut out with this tool. Your body's not taking the abuse it would with a cold knife. Now that we do know that there are different blades for different cutouts, it's a much nicer tool to use.
Instead of using a cold knife, I've been using my BTB tool pretty exclusively. Well, some of the questions I've had were starting points. Sometimes I'm not sure where to start with the vehicle, and so I spent a little more time trying to figure out on certain vehicles where I should start and where I should end up. But once you do a couple vehicles, you get kind of used to a flow to what tool you should use, what blade you should use. And the other thing is I've been getting a little vibration when I use the straight blades, what length I should use, if I should use a shorter one or a longer one.
Of course, the one thing I like is no dash damage.
Right.
No glass debris in the car is what we're dealing here with cleanup, is just basically small particles of urethane. So it's definitely going to even decrease your cleanup time.
I can't believe how well it works, because I have some windshields that have given me a lot of difficulty. Now I can use certain blades on them and it's not giving me the difficulty that it did before. So, you know, I'm surprised sometimes how easy things go.
To get over the fears of the tool and take your time using it. Don't get frustrated with the tool. Don't force the tool. The tool will work all by itself, other than the fact that you have to pull the trigger.
You have to get used to the tool. It's like a cold knife blade. The first time you pick it up, you didn't catch on. You have to be patient of yourself to cut the glass out, get the feel for the knife.
If a customer is there to watch you actually cut out the install, he's going to see a tool that basically cut that windshield out with great ease and no damage to the customer's car. I've never been able to get this windshield cut out as quick with a cold knife as I have with the BTB tool. It's a great tool.
I was surprised. I thought it would take me longer. It's just like the first time when you train a new installer and you get the feel for the cold knife. It's the same thing. It's a feel. You have to get a feel for it. Once I got the feel, it went along. And then when I didn't get the feel for it, then I was fighting it because I knew I wasn't doing it the right way. So it took me longer to push it in certain spots, to let it go, because I didn't have the feel. So it's a feel thing. That's why it's going to take a while to get used to it, because you got to feel the tool. The tool does all the work. You don't do any work. A customer should know that we're using state-of-the-art equipment, that we're using a tool that's not going to damage the vehicle in any way. And everything we do is for the benefit of them.
I think they should try it. I really do. It's a lot easier. It's easier on the arms, the shoulders, the back.
It's a lot easier on you than using the cold knife. It's not so hard on your shoulders and elbows and arms. And I feel that in the end of the day.
More than pleasantly surprised at how durable the blade is and how effective it was.
BTB is going to be a very critical tool in the future.